Hi guys, we're talking about logarithms. A couple things we need to know about logarithms is there's one called a common log. We need to know that it's base 10, no subscript will be shown, and it's denoted writing log. There's a natural log, it's in base E, it's denoted this is an ln. And then another thing that's very important when we talk about logarithms is the answer is always the exponent. Okay, so when I ask you to solve a logarithm, we're really going to be thinking about exponents. So here's our basic logarithmic form. You start out with log, okay, the subscript down here, and to show you where a subscript would go, it's a lower number. You have to understand that if I was writing on a piece of paper, that would be like as if it was a piece of paper, a line on a piece of paper. You can see that this letter here or this subscript would be below the line. It's lower, my exponent's above it. Okay, and everything else is kind of on the even keel. My common log, again, is a base 10, and all exponent rules apply. So when I'm thinking about this in base 10, this is a common log. I know that because the subscript is not shown. All right, there is none here. There is no little b there, so I know this is a base 10. I'm trying to think of 10 to what power is going to give me 100, and when I'm thinking about it, I'm going to say, well, if I know that log 10 squared is 100. Remember, I said my answer is always my exponent, so since my exponent is 2, my answer is 2. It's that simple. Here, I have 1/10. It's not a 10. I want it to be in a 10. So again, I think exponents, and I say log, this would be 10 to the negative 1, because a negative exponent would make it go to the bottom of the fraction. So again, my answer is my exponent, so it's a negative 1. Okay. You might want to write this down and write what everything is, like tell me that's my subscript. This is my exponent. Right? This should match. You're trying to make it match your subscript. And this ends up being your exponent again. Because again, your exponent's always your answer. So take a minute and write that all down so you have that in your notes. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, so my natural log is in base E. All right, so we had a common log. This is a natural log. My natural log, again, is denoted as ln. E, there will never be a subscript for this one. You just have to know that it's an E. And E is actually a numerical value. It's kind of like the letter I. When you see that in an equation, you know it's not a variable. It stands for a numerical value. And E is one of those. I want to say that E actually equals 2.718, so on, so on, so on. But that's the general gist of it. But the idea is that that is my subscript, and that is my base number. So again, this says ln e to the third. So again, my exponent is my answer, so my answer is just 3. Okay? This one here takes a little more work. My e's in the denominator, so I'm going to want to write this as e to the negative 4th, remembering using those laws of exponents to manipulate it to get it to where I need it. And then again, my answer is my exponent, so that's negative 4. All right, so then there's two different types of forms. The first form I have is a logarithmic form. And I showed you that before. So this is logarithmic form if I'm looking at any log. And this is for a natural log, just so you can see where the parts go. Then there's a form called the exponential form. So that's where I take my subscript to my answer equals whatever the part is next to the word log. Okay, or my subscript to the answer equals whatever e to that power would be. All right, take a minute, write this down in your notebook. All right, so now we did these. Did we do these? Yes, log base, log of 10 equals 2. We solved that. So what I want you to do is this is in logarithmic form. I want to remember that my base is down here, and because nothing's there, I assume it's a 10. This is my answer, and this would be the number next to the log. So I'm going to say, oops, let's get rid of the highlighter tool. This is 10 to the second equals 100. So you can see where I'm getting all my information from. My base, my answer, number next to the log. You can see where I'm getting all the information from to write it in exponential form. All right, so now I have ln of 1 over e to the 4th equals -4. We solved that one as well. Again, this doesn't have a subscript, but we know it should be e. This is my answer or my exponent, and this is the part that's written next to the word log. So again, I'm going to say, well, did it again, get rid of that. Subscript is e. My exponent is -4. This is all going to equal 1 over e to the 4th power. So now you can see this is the logarithmic form. This is the exponential form. This is the logarithmic form. This is the exponential form. And you might want to use highlighters and different colors in your notes to write this down to keep it clear to see where everything goes. So now these are in exponential form. I would like you to write, oops, let's get rid of that color. Write in logarithmic form. Okay. So now I'm looking at it in exponential form. So I have to remember what some of the things were. So first, that didn't work out. This is my base. Okay. This is my answer. And this was the amount left next to the word log. So because I see this is an e, all right, because I see that that's an e, we start off with ln. My base is e. Oops, nope, don't need to write my base, because remember, this is ln. I don't have to write that. The part next to the ln, we fill in, and then it equals my answer. Okay, so with this one, if there's we don't see that e. We can assume the e's there, but the e's not there. Okay, we don't see the e down here doing anything. All right, so now let's look at this one. Again, my base is 10. Right, my answer or the exponent is that. And that isn't written correctly. Let me write that correctly. I'm noticing I wrote something in the wrong spot. This should be 1/10. There we go. Okay, and then where am I? Green. This is the number written next to the word log. Okay, so now that we have everything located, this is a base 10. So I know I need to write, there we go again, log. Again, I don't write the 10. The number next to the word log has to get filled in, and this equals my -1. When we start doing other types of logarithms, we will start seeing where that subscript comes in. But right now, I just want you to focus more on learning where everything goes and how to write it in a basic log. If you have questions, ask in class. I'm available by email. Join our Google Meets. I'll be more than happy to go over anything with this with you. Okay? Have a good day, guys.